Welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. It's been a week since the last video I shot, so a few things have changed. I haven't actually gone adventuring. I haven't chased down any signals or done anything that would progress the story of the game, but if you remember last session, I had just built an enormous pod, basically, a huge room onto my base, and I hadn't furnished it yet, so here we go. This is my kitchen. It's got a fridge, it's got a coffee machine, it's got a jukebox, and all of my food stored over here. This is my new locker room. It's got, not that many more lockers than before, but it does have these huge lockers right here. This is my gear locker, where I've got a bunch of my equipment, and actually, I think I need to grab some of it. Because my plan today is to head over to a signal that is on the surface. If I'm going to head over to a signal that's on the surface, I need to wear a cold suit. So I'll drop off my other stuff. Now, that means that I am not going to be wearing my still suit. And so I'm going to have to make sure I bring plenty of water. So let's go over to my pea water locker. Let's grab all my pea water. This doesn't fill you up very much, but yeah, that's maybe a little bit too much pea water. So let's bring a bunch of pea water. And yeah, again, I'll be on land, and so I don't know how easy it's going to be to get food. So let's grab some food as well. And we'll probably try to, kill some creatures on our way over. Oh, let's see here. But before I go, there's one other thing I wanted to do. You'll notice that I've got a couple of recipes pinned. I am hoping to make a couple of things. The first thing I want to make is an ion battery, because I am just blasting through the battery on my Sea Glide all the time. And so that feels necessary. Why do I have a second ion battery queued up here? I don't know. I guess I wanted two. But then the other thing I want to make is a new segment for my sea truck. So yeah, so I guess I've got a couple batteries. Let's swap out that battery. All right, so now I've got an ion battery in my Sea Glide, and that should last a lot longer. I'll drop off the other guy. But I don't really think I need to bring another battery with me. Actually, you know what I should do? I should stick it in my quantum locker in case I need it as backup. Right here. So what do I want to get out of here? You know what? I'll get out that, and I'll put the ion battery in there. There we go. What else do I need to do before I go? Oh yeah, that's right. Somewhere up there, I've got a vehicle making thingy. There it is. Let's make a sleeper module. I'm not sure what is in a sleeper module. I imagine maybe a bed, maybe some other stuff. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, I can't see what they're doing because of the blizzard. Okay. I kind of trust them that there's a thing up there. All right, let's grab this sleeper module and bring it over to the sea truck. So Cog says that it contains a bed and a jukebox. So we can listen to tunes? Sounds pretty good. Oh, look, a huge predator. Cool, 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 cool. That's awesome. Let's disengage our existing caboose here. Hopefully this is, a nice predator. He'll leave us alone. Oh, I disengaged him, but I didn't actually pilot the ship anywhere, so that doesn't help. Okay, hold on. There we go. Time to connect all these bits up. So I wonder if this is going to take on the color of my seed truck the moment I connect it. Yes, it did. Okay, please. Please don't bother me, Predator. And there we go. Let's see what it's like in here. Set picture. Oh, I can put a... Oh, that's so cute. Well, none of these feel like a really good picture. I mean, I guess I could just put a picture of... Is upload what I want to hit? There we go. There's a weird little bar across the top. Not a fan of that. Alright, yeah, listen to some tunes while we drive. I think we're good. Let's go.
Waves crash with anxiety, another sleepless night. Long way from society, lucky I'm alive. Yeah, I know I'm far from home, but I'll survive. I'm jumping right into the days, just hold my breath, not going without a fight. I'm diving in too deep, an ocean in my head.
Sorry, I actually really like this song. So I just want to listen to it.
I might be lost, but I'm gonna find who I am. Diving in too deep, don't have a master plan. It's getting hard to breathe. I might be lost, but I'm gonna find who I am. Diving in too deep.
Cogs, yeah, eventually I'd love to get new music, but not my highest priority. This is actually distracting me. I'm having trouble thinking, so I'll listen to some more tunes later. But yeah, Cogs, well, I definitely, I appreciate, people getting me past, times when I've been blocked in this game. I don't necessarily want to be just guided into every single little secret. I do want there to be at least some amount of exploration going on here. Yeah, I think that I would probably lose out on some of the fun of Subnautica if all I was doing was looking things up on a wiki and just going after every single thing. Like, I think if I get stuck, I want some help, but if I'm just, I don't necessarily want to just be sort of led by the nose into one secret after another. That feels like that would not be the Subnautica experience. Oh, wait a minute. Is this the place I've already been? Did I hit the wrong thing? Is this one I've already been to? This could easily be the one I've already been to, and I kind of grabbed the wrong one because it's up here near this bridge. And I'm pretty sure that means this is the place I've already been. So maybe I do want to go to the other one, but I also want to try out my cold suit. Well, you know what? This area also had magnetite. And I can't get enough of that. So maybe I will head out to... Wait, did I bring my penguin with me? I don't think I didn't. Yeah, I didn't bring my penguin with me, so I'm probably not going to be able to get a lot of magnetite either. Well, this is probably just going to be a bad plan. Okay, before we get started, let's eat and drink a bit. Actually, I wonder if there's any... If there are any fish down here, this might be a good time for me to do some hunting before I get on land. I assume I can't kill and eat jellyfish. What I need, actually, I would love to have a fabricator on board the ship. I think that that's a module you can get, I just don't have it yet. But if I had a fabricator on board, then, for instance, I could harvest a bunch of bladderfish and just make water that way. Of course, yes, of course, everyone's about to remind me that I've got an aquarium module completely filled with fish that I could eat. But I would have to get them out and then see again. I would want I'd want to cook them, right? And cooking them, like, I can cook them with the knife, but that requires getting out of the boat and getting, in here, into this water. And so I don't want to do that. And since I don't have a fabricator module, I can't cook them that way. So it's inconvenient to get those fish. Those fish will become valuable eventually. But right now, where'd you go? Hey, delicious fish, where are you? Come here, buddy. Come here. All right, 2 fish. Delicious. More pea water. Okay, we're good. Cog was suggesting there's even like a teleportation module you can find at some point, which sounds amazing. Okay, so last time I was here, I actually relied a lot on my suit, on the prawn suit, particularly when I was dealing with the ice worm. Looks like I'm gonna have to land for a sec to get my jets back. So we'll probably try that again. So yeah, I'm pretty sure that yes, I've just marked the same exact artifact that I found before. But people are telling me that I did miss a few things, so it wouldn't be a bad thing for me to just take another look over here. Maybe panicking a little bit less about the worm. And if I don't find a lot real quick, that's fine. I've got another signal to go after. So the main thing I'm looking for right now is another place to get out, and I just want to see the effects of my cold suit when I'm exploring. Okay, so this is a place I've already been. I think I've gotten everything out of here. So wait, is this the one that I'm after? Huh. How did I find this before? Oh no, I can't actually jump that way. Oh well, whatever. So it looks like that thing is just barely at the surface level. I'm trying to remember now. Do I actually have... Oh, I do have a grapple. Nice. Okay. Landis says the best thing to do on this island is to go to random places outside the usual markers. That's a good point, because yeah, I did actually find a lot of interesting stuff that was just me getting lost. So maybe that's what I should do. Maybe rather than chasing this marker, which I'm pretty sure I've already been to, I should just run off in this direction. I know there's a lot over here that I didn't really get to. Now I'm trying to remember where I stuck the pengling. Because if he's in my quantum locker, then I can still get him out, because the quantum locker's in my backpack right now in the prawn suit. But if I left him in my new gear locker, then I can't get him. And this is just going to be a big waste of everyone's time. Okay, so I've been inside the Fire Robotics Center. One thing I'm actually curious about is whether, like, very specifically placed minerals respawn. So I remember there was a bunch of magnetite over here several sessions ago, for me. I think one session ago to you. Did it come back? Nope, just the one I couldn't reach. Okay, so this does not come back. So I know that there's a lot of resources that do respawn. And this, I've already scanned this if it was scannable at all. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff that does respawn. But I guess in the areas, maybe it's just because... Well, let me find out if I've got the pengling. I did not pack the pengling. Okay, good to know. Well, I just came entirely unprepared. That's fine.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Ooh, okay. So this sounds like it will be a good test for the cold suit in just a sec. So Gior has a State of Decay 2 question. Do the items that enhance stamina or the items that relieve exhaustion, do they give back some stamina if you don't rest that particular character? I was just wondering because I was watching a YouTuber and some of his exhaustion went away after a stamina item expired. I do not have a detailed enough understanding of how the stamina items work to be able to answer that question. I'm sorry. That's a very specific question, and yeah, not one that I can easily answer. So sorry about that. So yeah, in fact, I'm not exactly sure I understand what you're describing. Do they give back some stamina if you don't rest that character? I mean, stamina items, they give you stamina. Like, that's the point. I think I must be misunderstanding what you're asking. Okay, so it is a horrifying blizzard right now. But, okay, I'm wearing my cold suit. And yeah, it is ticking down, but it is ticking down way slower than usual. I just heard a noise. I heard a noise that makes me very uncomfortable. Yeah, so last time I was running around without my cold suit in weather like this, I died very quickly. But that seems to be not what's happening here. Yeah, wow. I wish my oxygen ticked down this slowly. Alright, well, looks like the blizzard's over. I'd love some daylight. Be a lot easier to find random stuff. If I just came away from this with some more magnetite, I would feel good about myself. Yeah, so there's this whole, like, broken bridge for me to jump over. Like, I feel like... Oh, wait. Did I miss something over here? I feel like there should be... This should amount to something. My trip over here should amount to something. Okay, yeah, so this looked like just a cliff to fall off, but that's because it was dark and I couldn't see. So, yeah, I can come over here. Ooh, is this the hole that I went down before and got lost? Now I'm not sure. You know, I should have brought more of these vase plants. I mean, I should have brought the water tablets these come from. That's how I should have replenished my water, not by bringing a bunch of pea water from my still suit. Okay, so let's explore a little bit outside the prawn suit. Because we can. I've already been here. But I think this is the direction I went when I got lost before. And if that's true, maybe I've actually still got some abandoned minerals from when I died. I'm not sure exactly where that happened, so the chances of me finding that spot are pretty slim. Let's try to remember where I was. Okay, so I was under that. That's my way out. I would normally be, like, habitually picking up quartz and stuff like that, but I've actually filled up my lockers so much with that stuff, it's kind of no point. gonna be so well fed. Yeah, so this, I think this is all places that I've been. Oh, does this lead me back up to where the prawn suit is? Okay. Yeah, this is a very sort of intricately winding area. Which is, it's fascinating, but it also feels like I'm not sure how to feel like I'm making progress, or feel like I'm, I feel like there could always be something around a corner that I missed. Wait, what's that? Probably something I've already got. Oh, snow fox fragment. Wait, do I have that? I do have that. I just haven't constructed a base that can build it or dock it. Anything over this way? Just that dude. Hey, dude. I'm going to leave you alone. I'm not going to murder you like I murdered your friend. Yeah, Gior, I can't really explain what you saw on that person's stamina meter. Sorry, I don't think I understand the underlying math well enough. There is some weird stuff going on. That system was I don't know. There's a lot of like, particularly if you're using the long-term like fatigue fighting stuff like coffee and energy drinks, it does weird stuff. Like there's like a cost to, like a long-term cost to it. I'm trying to remember. The thing is, it's so opaque. Like, one of the things that I really wanted to do with the stamina system was make sure that it was really readable and understandable, and I feel like we absolutely failed that. That's not where we ended up. Okay, so they really want me to have a snow fox, is what they're saying. Like, why are you running around in a prawn suit? We want you to have a snow fox. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I love my prawn suit. And, like, people in my chat told me the snow fox sucked, so... what can I do? Aha. What is this going to be? I don't think I've gone down this one before. Come on, just give me one thing to make this worthwhile. Yay, water. Okay, what about this one? Okay. Oh, a PDA? Wait, what? What? I can't pick up the PDA? No! Hey, penguins. I'm very sad about that PDA. Yeah, Gior, if you do link that video you were watching where you saw the stamina thing, that would help me, because I could at least see it for myself and use it in a bug, even if that would help. I think I've already got a lot of titanium. What's up here? Oh, there's an entire other side to this area. Oh, a flare, yay! And some nutrients. I feel like this PDA is supposed to be like the cool thing in this area, and I can't get it, and that makes me sad. Thank you for encouraging somebody to subscribe to my YouTube channel, by the way. I appreciate that. You should all subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. Well, it could be that I've already grabbed everything that's like super fancy in this area. Oh, I should absolutely unpin the things that I've got pinned. That was silly. Alright, so... yeah, there's a bunch of weirdly unlit titanium. Not all of which I can reach. Alright. Poking around. Anything over this way? Gotta make sure I don't lose track of the prawn suit. But man, this cold suit is doing its job. Like, I am not feeling the slightest bit cold. Alright, I see some... ooh. Okay, I've already been there. Can tell from the open boxes, because I am the only thing that opens boxes in this world. Okay, so the prawn suit's up there, still really easy to get to from where I am. I'm curious. Oh, there's monsters. What's under here? It's hailing inside. Yeah! Yeah! Ah! No! 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 Get off! Ah! Ah! Nope. Goodbye. Goodbye. Okay. Actually, eat a bunch of these for water. Okay. Now I've heard that flares keep these guys away. Is that true? Whoa, whoa, where'd that one go? Okay, stay back. Stay back, you jerks. Okay, there's a bunch of peppers up in here. What else is there? There's got to be something cool up here, right? If you're going to put a bunch of monsters in the way, got to hide something cool. What's in here? Okay, we got some babies. Oh, hey! Snowstalker fur that you don't have to murder for. Weird. Okay, I'm gonna get out that flare later when I need it. Like now. No, get away. Get away. I'm betting I don't need a lot of Snowstalker fur. I mean, I've already built the cold suit, so I'm not gonna grab a ton. But that was interesting, right? How am I doing on inventory? Can I afford to scan another snow fox fragment? Okay, it's getting cold out here. I'm some distance from my prawn suit now, but I'm feeling pretty good about my chances of surviving this cold. Have I been here? That looks maybe familiar? No? No? All the boxes are closed. Ooh, water tablets. Whoop. I'm hearing some footsteps. Oh, a power cell. That's pretty valuable. My inventory's full. All right, well, time to drink some pee. And, oh, I should use my med kit. Nutrient block, power cell, and then data box. Something new in here?
New technology acquired.
Ooh, Snowfox jump module. Okay, so whenever I get a Snowfox, you know, which will mean defying my chat, I'll have a jump module for it. That'll be cool. This whole area is new. I feel like I don't want to get that far from my prawn suit though. So I wonder if I can go back, get the prawn suit and bring it here. So I've never climbed that ladder before, which means it's a silly move if I want to come back to my prawn suit, which is a place I've been before. But this looks like it's leading in vaguely the right direction, so... Now, do I care about that flare? I mean, I think I probably got all the Snowstalker fur I need, and I might need flares to hold off the monsters. And I'm not sure how long flares last. So, Ooh, ooh. Ah, okay, okay. Magnetite. I don't need that. What else do I not need? Probably more Snowstalker fur. No, of course I don't bring the Pathfinder with me. What are you talking about, Lennon? Why would I do something that involved planning ahead and making sense? Oh, inventory's full. I don't know what my chances are of successfully grabbing that thing. I do not need more quartz. Looks like... There. Oh, wow. Wait, there's more than one? Okay, let's consume that delicious fish. Okay, okay. We got a bunch of magnetite. That's what we're here for. We left a bunch of garbage up here. That's fine.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
Ooh, okay, okay. I'm not sure... Oh yeah, this is just a cave, not a tunnel. Well, that's not helpful. I think the little ones might not be afraid of my flare. Might only be the big ones that are skittish enough. Alright, so I think this route is not taking me back to my prawn suit. So... Oh, please, please don't say I've gone in a one-way path here. There we go. Alright, so I think it might be time to backtrack. Unless... my curiosity just keeps leading me forward. If I go down here, will I have trouble getting out? Alright. No monsters around. Because I don't want to do too much more exploring because my inventory's full, right? And so if I find cool stuff, I have to keep dropping stuff, and that just feels bad. Is there anything, like, weird about this plant? Frost acacia. Okay, thank you for that link, Gior. Later on, when I'm editing this video, I'll try to grab it out of the chat. Oh, wait, is this more magnetite? No, it's just titanium. Trash metal! Trash metal everywhere. Silver, copper, silver, that's more valuable. I'm hearing some snarls. Won't grab all of it. Okay, so this is at least...
Weather approaching.
Oh.
Seek shelter.
This is at least pointing me back towards the sea truck. I love how it hails indoors. Like, figuring out where is and is not indoors to control hail and things like that is actually really hard. It's easy to make fun of, but it's much harder to solve than it is to make fun of. Like most things. Yeah, so I feel like the caves are helping me with the temperature a lot more than my actual cold suit is, but in between the caves, I'm much more confident because I don't see my temperature just dropping like a rock. This is a lovely place. I really like this crystalline undersea cave. What's in here? Of course, I'm probably going to get horrifically lost. Unfortunately, my cold suit does not help me with oxygen. I have other things that help me with oxygen, but All right. Yeah, so this looks like a nice place to scavenge, but I think I'm not, like, revealing any deep, dark secrets around here. I think I already went this way, didn't I? Oh, wait. Does this give me oxygen? Make more bubbles. Make more bubbles. Yeah, small amount of oxygen. That's cool. All right, yeah, so I guess if I needed ribbon plants, this would be a great place to get them, except I don't. So I've got some fancier batteries these days. Yeah, it's funny, Gyor. There's so many people who try to do solo games of State of Decay where they start with only, like, you know, they play with only a single character. And the game is not built for that, right? The game is designed to be a community simulator. But sometimes I feel kind of bad, like, you know, like, there's people who clearly want to play this game in a certain way, and we are not supporting it at all. Like, the game is designed for you to be just switching characters constantly. It's really explicit about that. So I feel like, you know, at some point it would be nice if we found a better way to support that kind of play. Because there's clearly an audience for it. Now, is this a cave I've been to before? Oh, it's got a place for the pangling. All right, well. No, I didn't mean to actually drop it. Hold on. Let me just mark this area. Pangling. Nope. Pangling. Now, does this actually work when I've just dropped it like that? It does. Okay, cool. So I'll come back sometime, find out what's in that hole. In the meantime, though, I think it's about time to start heading back to my prawn suit. I think we have definitely put the cold suit through the paces. I mean, I'm out here in the wilderness, and look, it is just barely ticking down. The cold is. So I don't know if there's places I can go that have more extreme temperatures. What is up here? I don't know if there's places I can go that have more extreme temperatures where the cold suit will start being not just like... I mean, right now it feels like it's almost destroying the need to worry about cold. I wonder if there's places I can go that where it's just basically a prerequisite. Like, you can't, you know, survive at all without it. Oh man, bunch of stuff here. Again, I should just drop all this titanium. Like, who needs all this titanium? Of course, it's not like the stuff I'm picking up is particularly valuable either. What is this, though? It feels like this might be an important area. Let's head a little deeper. I know I thought I was heading back to the prawn suit, but... this seems worthwhile, potentially. Ooh, a security door? Whoa.
The person who worked here also lived in storage.
I got some nonsense posters. I can decorate my new bedroom.
If you're not cheating, then you won't mind if I record this conversation. Is that right?
I have nothing to hide.
Then what were you whispering about with Vin?
Nothing. That guy is so lawful good, it's annoying.
Wait, so you were trying to cheat?
But no cheating occurred, so what does it matter?
It matters to team morale. If you can cheat in the game, how can they trust you out there?
I'm sorry, did you feel left out? Perhaps you would like to make a deal.
Ugh, Parvin, no. You're shameless. You really never give up, do you?
I don't. That's true. Have a manual put that in my next eval. Very persistent. My dearest Adeline and Rosita. Not dearest. Who says that anymore? Adeline, Rosita. Everything on the mission is going very well. Do you see now? Your doubts were unfounded. I am loved here, and... no. Rosita will say, Papa, why do you have to brag all the time? Papa, it's embarrassing. I want to apologize.
What happened here?
I sense many things here. Death among them.
Whoa. So part of me... She's got an extra scanner now, I guess?
This was Sam's necklace. She never took it off.
Wow.
My investigation of the fire excavation site, including the cave entrance and surrounding area, revealed minor cosmetic damage to Altera survey equipment and significant structural damage to the natural cave entrance and supports. Resulting debris prevents cave access without heavy excavation equipment. Only foot access is currently possible. We are reporting 2 casualties, Pavan Ivanov and Samantha Ayu.
Aw.
Both bodies were found beneath the rubble at the cave entrance. Ivanov had just entered the cave. Footprints were still visible by the entrance. Deeper into the cave, Ayu appeared to have sustained a fall. Poor souls. What was Ayu doing? Nothing in her file suggests a history of vandalism or carelessness. And yet, I can only conclude that the cause of the collapse was employee negligence. We will need to investigate a possible connection to the explosive damage reported at Omega Lab. If there is a connection, who is responsible?
It appears that your sister's death was accompanied by significant destruction.
Doesn't make any sense. She would never destroy a base. Well, baselessly.
Are your feelings confused? I'm detecting more than one.
I don't know. I feel disillusioned, worried. I thought I knew Sam better than I really did. When we were kids, I was always the one breaking and rebuilding things. She wouldn't even go into a bake sale without a plan. For classic oatmeal cookies, no less. So serious. She wouldn't have anything to do with my molecularly transformed caramel pretzel lumps.
Your mind goes easily to food. To distract you from your feelings.
Okay, I think that's enough mind reading for now. This wasn't negligence. That's not Sam. This was something else.
Okay, time to drop more stuff. I mean, I can make this fiber mesh whenever I want to, so it's probably silly that I'm holding on to it. Because all I need to do is just scavenge from the kelp outside my base. And last time I needed a snow sucker for, I only needed 4. So I'm gonna keep 4 just in case I need it again for some reason. But I'll get rid of the rest. Let's see what's up here. So the thing I was going to say before I started listening to all of those PDAs was that I'm kind of wishing I had a beacon with me right now, but I did leave a beacon really close by at that Penguin Cave. So I think as long as I can find that Penguin Cave again, I can find this place. Like, I was coming back from the Penguin Cave when I noticed the beacon here. The visible, not the radio beacon, but the big tall tower with the shiny light on it. Ooh, synthetic fibers. These other 2 are cheap. Synthetic fibers are expensive. Ooh. Okay. This must be the big Leviathan they found with the infection. This was the thing that was freaking my sister out. Okay, I thought maybe I could grab a sample or something. Okay, I think that's all I can do here. I'm sure I just filled my PDA with some kind of information.
Patrol log, excavation site, day 33, morning. I thought I saw something moving on the screen, but it was just that I sneezed. Wiped it off. Fred's not convinced the Leviathan is really dead, but I've never even seen it blink. Nevertheless, I am now undertaking the mandatory foot patrol. Inside the cave, confirming a whole lot of nothing. Creatures still dead, cave still boring. I miss the mining site. At least you could talk to people. Oh, wait now, what's this? A rock! I found an interesting rock. That makes 3 this week. The others will be happy to have a friend. Concluding patrol. Perimeter secured. Nothing to report. End log.
So, I'm actually kind of sad that Parvin's dead, because I like him each time he talks. I like him more each time he says something. Oh. Okay. Okay, so I've scanned a claw, I've scanned the skull. Is there more of this that I need to scan? Is there anywhere else I need to go? If I've done everything here, then I've done everything. Wonder what it says under research. Indigenous life forms? Is this what I want? Fauna? Leviathans? Frozen creature? Okay. Yeah, it looks like it's just collecting information here, but I don't think I'm like unlocking any plot by continuing to scan this creature. So cool, that was neat. Oh, actually, you know, one thing I should do, I should probably try to grab a screenshot of this monster so that I can stick it on the yeah, there we go, something like that. Maybe I'll get closer to it too. Need to have a good thumbnail. Always need a good thumbnail in a video like this. So Landon says there's some kind of machine at the top that that requires an injector? He said, I'm not actually sure which machine you mean. Oh, maybe that's what I want right there. Maybe that angle is good. Okay, so when I was missing the chat, some folks said there's another hole at the bottom here, so I found this hole. They also said that there was something by the ladder. Now, do you mean, is it a ladder upstairs? There was a machine that I missed up there. I'm gonna climb up here again and see. Like, I moved around looking with the scanner to see if there's anything I missed. I didn't actually look around with like normal interactions. Are you talking about this? This thing? Oh, there we go. Okay, yeah. It's really easy to look at this thing and not get a prompt. Requires injectable container to function. Okay, so cool. Now I know there's a thing I need here. So that's the piece of plot that I've unlocked, is the fact that I need a thing. I don't know what kind of thing I need, but I need some kind of thing. Yeah, so I'm not sure what that is, but maybe we'll find it later. I don't know why I'm picking that up. Unless someone in here knows about something else that I missed, I feel like I've grabbed everything that people were telling me to grab. Hey there, Armites. I am right now. I came here just to test out my cold suit, but it turns out there's a lot more here than I even realized. Okay, so Cogs is again giving me a little bit more information than I was than I was looking for. But when you say that it needs a spy penguin, do you mean that I should just bring the spy penguin back here? Could it be that the thing we're talking about is over at the penguin cave that's over this direction? Or do you just mean like there's some other place where I'll get the thing I need there? And it just happens to need the penguin. So Armites, I'm not actually sure what you're referring to. Armites says that they wonder, oh gosh, nope, get off me. I didn't even there. Okay, stop it.
Dangerous weather approaching. Seek shelter.
I think I might need to reduce the volume just slightly. Okay. See, Armitage, I'm not actually even sure what you're referring to, but sounds like a bad thing. So yeah, I do hope the new game has improved on it. Right, I'm pretty sure this is the right way to go to get back to the prawn suit, though it's a little far away right now. I've just gone through so many different steps and routes since the last time I was in the prawn suit. This feels like the right way to go. Okay, so I just need to remember that Pengling beacon that I left is really close to that place. So I can find my way back there eventually. Alright, let's get back to the sea truck and back to my base to drop off all this stuff. I think that will be a successful session. I'm not actually sure how to get back to my base, but I mean how to get back to the sea truck. But that'll be a successful session, and then I've got a couple other places I want to go. I'm facing them right now. One thing I wanted to do was build a base by the lily pads, and the other thing was exploring a big weird hole. So yeah, I got probably a couple sessions worth of stuff to do. Huh. Is that the way I want to go? Let's see what my alternatives are. Alright, that works. Cogs, I have not actually unlocked the storage upgrade module for the prawn suit. I don't think. I can check. But I'm pretty sure I just... Yeah, I probably would have maxed out my... Oh, here we go. Probably would have maxed out my storage on the prawn suit immediately if I had the upgrade module, but I don't think I do. Yeah, so Armitage, that sounds like a pretty bad bug, but one thing I have noticed that a lot of the sort of, at least a lot of the superficial bugs, you know, things like weird pop-in and some of the stuff that sort of made the original Subnautica feel just a little unfinished all the time. I haven't seen any of that being a problem. I mean, yeah, sure, sometimes I'll see something fade in on screen or whatever, but it doesn't. Things feel a lot more slick in Below Zero than they did in Subnautica, the original Subnautica. So I'm pretty sure they have spent some time sort of shoring up all of those sort of basic level things. So I wouldn't be surprised if, yeah, whatever bug you're talking about is totally fixed in this. But you know, you never know. Alright, hey. Get away from my boat, jellyfish. They have a big eyeball on the top? I think they do. Alright. I'm gonna drink some more pee and get out of here. Can I turn around in here? The sea truck is so long now. I have to back out. I wish I had a rear view mirror. I'll have to repair the sea truck when I get back. I think I've collided with a few too many things. Alright, so we'll head back to the base. So yeah, so people who have not seen the still suit upgrade yet might be confused when I talk about how I'm drinking my pee. I'm drinking water that was purified from my excretions into my suit. Not the suit I'm wearing now. The cold suit doesn't do that, but the still suit does. It is interesting. They've done a good job of making like two suits that I feel like, oh, I really need to value both of these. One of them isn't just a straight up upgrade over the other one. They're valuable in different contexts. I like that in a game like this. I also got an alternate oxygen tank that has lower capacity but lets me do these bursts of speed. I haven't even tested it out yet because, like, I have trouble imagining wanting something more than I want to have a higher oxygen capacity. It's difficult sometimes, though, when you're trying to come up with a whole system of different options to make sure that everything feels like it's got a place, like a time when the player would use it. Because, well, I mean, there's probably times when I would want to have some kind of suit boost, you know, some kind of burst of speed. Those times are usually not predictable. You know, I can't just say, okay, I'm going on a trip to the place where I need bursts of speed. That's the kind of thing that I need in an instant when I suddenly realize I'm in trouble. And so it's hard to predict that. And so when I'm planning ahead, which is, you know, when I'm at my base choosing what suit to wear and what oxygen tank to bring, I'm not usually thinking of, you know, emergencies as being a thing I need to prepare for. Okay, so first things first. Get out of the sea truck, get my repair tool out, and fix it. Hey there, Greetings Scar. Thanks for joining me. We're just wrapping up my first video of the day. Let me... no, not Interpron. Where's my storage? Oh, I guess I can repair. Oh, there's storage. Open storage. Oh, I have just enough room for the stuff that was in there. Great. All right. So let's head into my fancy new base, drop off the stuff we've picked up.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
And figure out what we're doing next. Okay, well, one thing we should definitely do is put some posters up on the wall. Oh, that's lovely. Okay, where's the other one? There we go. Got this place nice and decorated. You'll see that I've got a lot more very specific containers that I put things in. Oh wait, I didn't put all the silver in. Electronics gets this. Rare metals. I get to finally put a bunch of magnetite in here. That's nice. And some nickel from a previous trip. I don't know if I've got room for glass. I don't. I'll put a little extra glass in here then and just deal with it later. Ooh, electronics should also get my extra power cell. And, oh, my snowstalker fur. That's what? Cuttings? Sure. We'll call it cuttings. And plants. I've got this necklace. I don't know what to do with that, so we'll just stick that in there. I've got some copper wire that goes in electronics. And I've got some synthetic fibers. I've got a bunch of flares. Where do I put my... Oh yeah, my gear goes in here. Flares. And let's get out my normal rebreather and still suit. Put those on. Drop off my cold suit. And I've got water purification tablets. Oh, I've filled this area already. I guess I'll just stick it with the pea water. I don't know. I'll worry about making sure this stuff is all well organized later on. Actually, I'll just drink one of these pea waters. But now that I'm wearing my still suit, I'll be generating them like crazy, so I don't need to worry about water as much anymore. And that, I think, is it. So yeah, so I've got my sister's necklace. I've started to uncover a little bit more about what she was working on. I found that giant monster, which apparently has another step to follow, so I'll keep my eyes out for an injector canister or whatever that thing's called. There's several different leads I need to follow up on the Altera side of the story. Like I've got a bunch. Like Alan keeps feeding me these alien beacons, and I should actually hide that one that I was doing. Yeah, this is the one that I'm actually going to care about a little bit later. But yeah, Alan's been leading me by the nose, but I need to do a little bit more exploration of the human side of things, human side of this story. Armatez came back and says, well, I'm back. What did I miss besides you drinking your own pee? So basically, I've just come back home to wrap up this this video, and then we're going to go on. Our next trip is going to be over to, not the Big Weird Hole, the lily pads. So folks have been recommending a lot that I want to build a base with a scanner room at the lily pads. And so I've taken their word for it. That is my plan right now, to head over to the lily pads. And so for right now, though, let me just wrap up this video for YouTube. So if you want to subscribe to my channel, I'll put a button right there. The next video that I'm about to make right now is going to be linked there. So click that if you want to keep going. And I don't know, some other game will go here.